everybody, Traci Cornelius here. We are on week 39 of the pregnancy. Slightly different update today because Mark and I are on our way to a hospital. Basically there was reduced movement with the baby as from yesterday, and I don't seem to be able to get her to move right now. So we're on our way to hospital to get her checked out, and you know, trying to stay calm and not panic and do all those type of things. She might just be in like a deep sleep or what have you. So I will keep you updated. Bye. Hi, so we're at the hospital. Mark works here anyway, so for him it's not really much different.
Oh, back to work.
Apart from doesn't usually come into the maternity part. So we're just waiting to see somebody. But it's now 20 past 8 and she still hasn't moved as of yet, so I'm panicking a little bit. But
she's snoring, it's fine.
Yeah, but hopefully it's going to be all awesome and they will just tell us what's going on.
Hey everybody, it's Mark. We're here in Torquay Hospital, guys, and I'll pass you over to Traci.
Hi, so basically the good news is, as you can probably hear, is that heartbeat is a-okay. We're going to be sent down for a scan because the baby is a bit small for this stage. So we're just going to check that everything is okay, but at least we've got a heartbeat. Hey everybody, so hair's a mess again. We are just about to leave the hospital, which is good news. The baby is a little bit on the small side, so she'll probably be the smallest one I've had yet. Maybe that might mean an easier birth. Fingers crossed. However, not small enough for them to want to do anything right now. They have advised to ensure that the midwife does a sweep next week at my appointment. For those of you that haven't heard about a sweep before, it's basically where they try to separate the membranes inside of you in and around the baby's head in the hopes to help labour along its way. So they obviously still want this baby to come out much closer to the 40 weeks than going over. So if that doesn't work, we will have to see what happens. But at the moment, there's no point me panicking. And I'm just going to stay positive and hopeful that things either start naturally this week or that the midwife can pretty much help her come along pretty soon. The only other thing that I needed to do was I had to pick up a prescription for some iron tablets. My iron is quite low. I'm not sure why, because I do actually eat a lot of vegetables and quite iron rich vegetables as well. So, but I've got those to take. And that's pretty much it for our update on being in hospital. We've been here pretty much for like half the day. The scan in itself was really sweet. You can't actually see very much. The baby is so squished in there that trying to differentiate what part of the body is what is actually quite hard. But she still didn't move at all throughout the whole scan. So that's the next thing that I have to keep an eye on, is just how many movements I get during the day. Now, I'm not too worried. There are periods of the day where there's no movement whatsoever. You know, she's obviously quite happy, curled up inside, sleeping and what have you. So it's trying to keep level-headed and not panic too much, whilst at the same time keeping an eye on things, I guess, really. But if they think that there's any more reduced movement, I need to go straight back in. So we will see. Other things that you would probably want to know for week 39, besides my little kind of blip that we've had today, are just a lot of things that the baby will be preparing for birth. really. Your Braxton Hicks again could get more intense. The pushing sensation could also increase, especially for those of you that are having your second, third, etc. baby. And apart from that, there's not really a huge amount of difference really. Again, in this week, a lot of things have been for development, making sure that your baby is ready to make its way into the world, and that it's able to cope with a completely different environment. But it gets pretty exciting at this stage because, you know, you've got a week. I'm not sure about other countries, but in the UK they won't really let you go over 42 weeks. So if you do need to be induced, or if you're going over your due date, then it's going to be 42 weeks maximum anyway. So yeah, so it's been an interesting day. I'm a little bit concerned, but like I said, trying to stay very positive and everything else. It will definitely be the smallest baby that I've had. But, you know, vital signs and everything else like that seem to be absolutely fine, and her health is the most important thing, you know, so that's the only part that I'm really concerned about. And we'll just see what happens from now on. So that's my update for 39 weeks, and we will keep you posted on whether we have any inkling as to when she's going to arrive. So I'll speak to you later, guys. Bye.